Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, April 26th, hump day. My name is Alan. I want to welcome you to my Spiritual Growth Through Recovery podcast. Purpose of these videos is to grow my spirituality by following the AA program of recovery. And I do that by being honest, vulnerable, and accountable, which is why I make the videos. I'm no expert in AA or spirituality or recovery. I'm sharing my experiences. I try to live life on life terms and do it sober. All right, so the recipe we follow is we read the daily reading out of the AA Daily Reflections book. There's a link in the description if you want to follow along. And then I'll just share my take on this reading and some other topic that I'm working on personally. So, all right, so today's, sorry, got my dang glasses. The topic for today is going to be happiness is not the point, and it'll be part two of my word of the year, spirituality. Okay, so here's April 26th. Happiness is not the point. I don't think happiness or unhappiness is the point. How do we meet the problems we face? How do we best learn from them and transmit what we have learned to others? If they would receive the knowledge, as Bill sees it, page 306. In my search to be happy, I changed jobs, married and divorced, took geographical cures, and ran myself into debt, financially, emotionally, and spiritually. In AA, I'm learning to grow up. Instead of demanding that people, places, and things make me happy, I can ask God for self-acceptance. When the problem overwhelms me, AA's 12 steps will help me grow through the pain. The knowledge I gain can be a gift to others who suffer with the same problem. As Bill said, when pain comes, we are expected to learn from it willingly and help others to learn. When happiness comes, we accept it as a gift and thank God for it. So as Bill sees it, page 306. Yeah, interesting. I guess kind of my take was, I don't think happiness is not the point, right? And as soon as I read that, I thought of that part in step 7 in the 12 by 12 on page 72, where it says, but whenever we had to choose between character and comfort, the character building was lost in the dust of our chase after we thought was happiness. Whatever I'm chasing, right, to this, happiness or word that's a similar description, it's not the point. Because as soon as we get any sense of that, it's not enough anyway. So it's just this endless gift of satisfying the self, and it just doesn't work out. And the key word here, I think, was thought was happiness. My perception of what will make me happy is often not right. So I'm all over the place, chasing things that don't matter, right? And how has my chase worked out for me? Not too well. So then it brings up the question: how do we meet the problems we face? Okay, I think it comes down to our character, right? Ultimately, who are we? I like to say, whoever we can tell a lot from a person when things don't go their way. You really can. And character being the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. So who we are really comes out, and then that we can. And the more we develop our character, then I think we'll handle our problems better. Search to be happy. All the things that listed here too. Oh, this will, and money and cars and relationships and whatever. Just thought, what does happiness even mean? I've always been a little vague on that word. The state of well-being and contentment or pleasurable or satisfying experience. Some state, almost like we do something to get a feeling from it. It almost feels like the motives are wrong. So we're not doing something for another reason except to pay us off in some fashion. And then, pleasurable, satisfying experience. The drugs, right? Getting that fix to feel better, right? Focus was always on the wrong things. When a problem overwhelms me, AA steps will help me grow. Overwhelm. I say that word a lot. Overpowered by thoughts or feelings. Too much. That's the sense. I had that feeling today. It actually came. I was going to say, screw it. I'm going to go get high. I just hit that moment today, and I was overwhelmed by too much. And what that tells me is I'm engaging in too much. I'm trying to take on too much. So the AA steps is a solution to that. The knowledge I gain can be a gift to others. So ultimately, if my whole life is centered around getting from me, that's going to just be empty, and it has been empty. And so give it away, pay it forward. There's more joy from that than satisfying me, but yet that's my compulsion to do that. When pain comes, we are expected to learn from it willingly. That word willingly, and help others learn. Don't run from it. And maybe you think about the once again that step 7 in the 12 by 12 on page 74. Until now, our lives have been largely devoted to running from pain and problems. We fled from them as from a plague. We never want to deal with the fact of suffering. And that stuff comes, what do? We're going to run from it, or are we going to face it, learn from it, and then teach others to do the same thing? And then when happiness comes, accept it as a gift. I sometimes think it's something I've earned, which if I got what I earned, wouldn't be that. So no complaining that it wasn't enough and demand more, accept it, be grateful. So anyway, that's kind of what I got from that reading. Now to kind of wrap up part 2 of the word of the year. Once again, I chose spirituality. And once again, I chose that word because I was feeling alone. Felt like no one loved me. I had no relationship with a higher power. And if I ever hope to stay sober, I believe I need to grow in this part of my life. After researching various definitions, like I said, I thought spirituality all had everything to do with just you in a relationship with a higher power. I didn't realize that there was inner work that was associated with that. So I kind of broke my word of the year into kind of 2 parts. A relationship with a higher power, which means believe there's something greater than myself, have something or someone to surrender to that I trust, and believe that I'm not alone. And then alignment with my internal spirit. Connect with who I really am, live from an authentic self, find purpose, meaning, and value. Right? So my goals for this year, which I will revisit, I just put 10 because it's a good number, right? I want to develop a sense of a higher power. What does my definition of that look like? So if AA teaches us that we can have a God as we understand him, what does that look like for me? Genuinely seek God. Where's my attention? Is it always on me, or am I trying to seek and allow him to lead? Right? Believe I'm not alone in this world. Be okay no matter what's going on. I want to be okay. Just not up here, not down here. Just I'm okay. I'm cool. Work a real program of recovery. Go to meetings. Get a sponsor. Work the steps, and then sponsor somebody else. Have my actions closer match my values. That's something I've struggled with. I want to be more willing to surrender. Flow like water. Become less attached and have a simpler lifestyle. I want to have better relationships, and that means more back and forth, more time involved with those, and more given to those relationships, more reciprocal. I do want to complete a self-authoring program by Jordan Peterson. And then I want to focus this year into next year's word, which I kind of want to be service, and that's getting out of myself and putting my energy in other people. So anyway, that's my reading for today. I hope you got something from it. I certainly did. And I just want to encourage you to check your motives and what are you really pursuing today? Are you pursuing for self, like I tend to do a lot of the times, or are we really trying to put our energy into helping and serving others? And then just be grateful for wherever you're at in your journey. I'd be grateful today. And enjoy the rest of the day. So anyway, back tomorrow for another reading, and I hope you have a wonderful day. So until tomorrow, peace out.